AccuWeather hurricane expert Brian Thompson. And Brian, we've been dealing with a really moisture-laden air mass with this trough across the central U.S. drifting east. And the rain is not going to hold off until the hurricane moves into land. So what's going on in the southeastern U.S.?
Yeah, we're going to see some rain, Jeff, well out ahead of this storm system. You can already see here as we head into tomorrow, probably even as early as midday tomorrow in places like Atlanta. We're going to start to see some showers and some thunderstorms. There's a front coming in from the north and west, and these fronts are notorious for helping to draw up tropical moisture. So even though Helene's still well down to the south tomorrow, we're going to see these showers and storms stream up through Georgia, even up toward the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee and North Carolina as well. And as we head into Thursday morning, you're still getting some heavy rain. So there's the potential for several inches of rain as we head right through tomorrow and into Thursday, out ahead of the main area of precipitation with Helene, which likely won't move up into areas of northern Georgia and up toward the Smokies really until we get to Thursday night and Friday.
Yeah, kind of alarming that we may see several inches of rain with the center of the storm still 900 miles to the south over the eastern Gulf in advance of this. So when we deal with very heavy rain, nature of 6, 7, 8, 9 inches of rain over the mountains is different from that in the flatlands or the coastal plains. So what are some of the concerns there into western North Carolina, extreme North Georgia?
Yeah, definitely. When you talk about the mountains kind of funneling the water into the valley spots, so especially some of the lower elevations within the mountains across North Carolina, that's where you're going to run into some bigger problems with some heavy rain. The potential for, we're looking at maybe upwards of 8 to 12 inches of rain across portions of western North Carolina, eastern parts of Tennessee, also North Georgia. Some of the higher elevations north of Atlanta could pick up 8 to 12 inches of rain. Even the Atlanta area itself, metro Atlanta, could pick up 4 to 8 inches of rain by the time this wraps up into Saturday.
And obviously, we're going to have very severe impacts along the point of landfall as well. But sometimes these storylines that are removed from landfall kind of get lost in the shuffle. And this is going to be a high impact event that we're very concerned about. So you and others in the forecasting department here, Brian, have been on top of this. And I noticed that you included an extreme risk to lives and property, not just in that small zone east of the point of landfall, but also into the southern Appalachians. Yeah,
you've got kind of separate concerns here. You've got, of course, the storm surge concerns, the damaging catastrophic wind damage that's possible right near the landfall area along the Florida Panhandle. But it's that area that I was just talking about toward the Smoky Mountains. Again, it's that prolonged period of rain and heavy rain that could go from Wednesday right on through Friday in that area, causing that flooding issue. And there's that wind concern I was talking about right in the central part of the Florida Panhandle, close to the landfall point. That's where we could have some wind gusts over 120, maybe over 140 miles per hour, depending on just how much strength this storm picks up over the Gulf of Mexico, and that's going to lead to a pretty high power outage risk over the next several days as well.
All right, we always appreciate your insight. AccuWeather meteorologist, you may recognize his voice from radio. And in a former life, he was also a TV meteorologist, so he still got it. Thank you very much there, Brian Thompson, AccuWeather meteorologist and hurricane expert, for joining us.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, good stuff. And as we take a look at what's going on here right now, again, we have some big concerns about the timeline and how this is going to escalate quickly. So again, Helene continues to strengthen this evening in the Northwest Caribbean. Tomorrow, we expect Wednesday to be a day of rapid intensification into a hurricane. And by late Wednesday night, probably getting close to Category 2, maybe into Category 3 status. And I suspect that by midday Thursday, we will have a major hurricane on our hands.